The text came in while I was sitting outside the courtroom, staring at a coffee gone cold. "I'm sorry. I never meant for it to end like this. Please don't hate me." No name. Just the number I already knew by heart. My hands started shaking, not from anger yet, but from that awful in-between feeling. The moment when your heart still wants to believe, even though your mind is already packing its bags. Inside, my parents were confident. Too confident. They sat straight-backed, whispering to their lawyer, occasionally glancing at her, my wife, with thinly veiled contempt. To them, Sarah was never good enough. Not when we met. Not when we married. And definitely not now. "She's just a waitress," my mother had said days earlier, scoffing over the phone. How can someone like that manage money? Or a marriage? I defended Sarah then. I always had. But sitting there, waiting for the judge, doubt crawled into places I'd kept locked for years. It hadn't started with betrayal. It never does. It started with small things. Missed calls she used to answer instantly. Her phone lighting up at night and turning face down. The way she'd smile at messages but say, "Just work stuff," too quickly. I told myself I was paranoid. Sarah worked double shifts. Of course she was tired. Of course she was distant. Still, some nights I lay awake, replaying moments that now felt off. The sudden gym memberships. The new perfume she wore only on weekdays. The way she'd flinch when I touched her phone. Then came the money. Joint savings dipping lower than it should have. Transfers she brushed off as fees or mistakes. I wanted to trust her. God, I tried. Trust isn't blind. It's a choice you make every day. And I chose her. Until I didn't have a choice anymore. I found the messages by accident. Her tablet synced to her phone. I wasn't snooping. I was looking for a recipe. That's the cruelest part. Betrayal doesn't announce itself. It slips in quietly, pretending to be nothing. I hate lying to him. "You won't have to much longer. Once the money's clear, we'll be fine." I remember the room spinning. The sound of my own heartbeat in my ears. I read the thread over and over, hoping the words would rearrange themselves into something innocent. They didn't. The man wasn't a stranger. He was a regular at her restaurant. Older. Polished. Confident. Someone who looked at her and didn't see just a waitress. Someone who promised escape. When I confronted her, she cried. Not the dramatic kind. Quiet, defeated sobs. "I felt small," she said. "With your parents always reminding me what I wasn't. With you stuck in the middle." That hurt almost as much as the betrayal itself. The case wasn't about infidelity, though. It was about money. My inheritance. Funds my parents claimed Sarah had manipulated me into handing over. They painted her as uneducated, irresponsible, greedy. And Sarah said nothing. Until the judge asked for the evidence. That was the moment my parents' confidence cracked. Bank statements. Screenshots. Audio recordings. Not of Sarah stealing, but of my parents pressuring her. Convincing her to move money temporarily. Promising to put it back. Never doing it. The courtroom was silent as the judge read line after line. My mother's face went pale. My father stared straight ahead, jaw clenched. And Sarah, still in her modest dress, hands folded, finally spoke. "I trusted them," she said softly, "because they were his parents." I didn't know whether to feel relief or grief. The ruling came down firmly. The money was hers. My parents were warned. The case dismissed. Outside, Sarah and I stood in the sunlight, strangers bound by shared damage. "I did betray you," she said. "But not the way they said." I nodded. Trust doesn't shatter all at once. It splinters. We didn't reconcile. Some breaks don't heal cleanly. But we ended things honestly, without lies poisoning the goodbye. Today, when I think back, I don't remember the judge's words as much as I remember the silence after. The moment truth finally spoke louder than status. And the lesson it left me with. Never confuse someone's job with their worth. And never let anyone convince you that love should feel small.